afternoon. I think sort of this is a public talk, but I think most of you are UTARian, UTAR students, and then I have to shift my talk to more scientific. And then I prepare both for the public as well as for the scientific community. Okay, I think because of the disease, or because of the pose, or because of the environment, you come here, isn't it? What is your intention of coming here? What do you expect? Can I ask? What is the expectation? To gain some knowledge, or this is something about public health. Do you know public health? That is the organized effort. Organized effort. Not like what you call medicine. It is health. And then this health is public health. And then the public health personnel may be a medical personnel or health personnel or anything. He may be a lawyer, or he may be a student, or he may be a teacher, so like that, you see. Taking care of the health of the public by the effort of the people, by organized in a nice way, in a formal way. We take together. This is the meaning of the public health. So that this is the. I have to move on. I think this is better, and then instead of I it's better. This is better. And then this is about public health, and this is about the disease, and then this is about something forgotten, something preventable. Unlike some disease that are not treatable or that are not preventable, not true. This can be treated, this can be prevented, at the same time neglected. So that I choose this topic. Okay? Thank you. And then, what is leptospirosis? It's a spiral one, you see. The organisms are spiral one, so that it's called spirosis. It's a disease that is spread by urine of the animal. And then, if I put the picture of little mouse, that mouse urine is affected, and then we get disease from that urine. Okay? And then when they come in contact with the urine of the little mice or the animal's body fluids, animal tissue fluids, animal tissue are contaminated or going into our water sources or going into our food, we can have infection. Okay? And then it is a zoonotic disease. Zoonotic disease means that it is disease transmitted from the animal to the man. Actually, this is the disease of the animal. Zoo is an animal, is it? Zoo. From that animal, we have the infection. So that is called zoonotic. And then it is a major cause of death, mortality, and disease. It is called morbidity. It's a major cause of death. You can see, and it is also true for Malaysia also. Okay, and as I earlier said, that it is preventable. It can be preventable. It can be prevented. I mean, the death or mortality can be prevented at first. Okay, and it is common in the tropic. It is called endemic. Endemic means that is usual occurrence of the disease. we know the epidemic, isn't it? Epidemic. Epidemic is sort of outbreak, is epidemic. This is endemic disease. Endemic disease is usual occurrence, you see. And then it is endemic in Malaysia also. You can see later, okay? And sometimes it amounts to outbreaks. Just like the outbreaks of fire, you see. Fire, we use it, isn't it? Fire is in the kitchen all the time, isn't it? But sometimes it flares up. It's called outbreak. Disease goes up. Number of disease goes up. It is called epidemic or outbreak. And then it's usually lie low in our sort of population. Sometimes it becomes outbreak. Okay? Next. This is the microscopic appearance of the spiral microorganism. It is a bacteria. It is a spirochete. Okay? It is called leptospirosis. Lepto means a little flat. Lepto. Not so very, the spiral is not very big. It's a little flat. So this leptospirosis, okay? And then actually some names are put in it. Leptospira ectrohemorrhagica. Something like Japanese name, something like maybe Japanese. Ectrohemorrhagica. Actually, ectro means yellowness. Ictros. Hemorrhagica means hemorrhage, bleeding. It is bleeding. There is a bleeding underneath the skin, as well as the yellow sclera. Yellow. The white of the eye becomes yellow. It's called ictros or jaundice. Okay. And then those are the microscopic appearance. And then I think we do not have to have detail of it because I'm more of interest in public health. Okay. Next. Okay. And then there's many different names, a lot, you see. And then when I prepared this lecture, I see a lot of things, you see. And then what I am familiar with is cane field fever. It is prevalent. Prevalent means sort of occur usually among the cane cutter. You know, the cane field, when they grows up, and then the rats usually live in the cave, isn't it? In the paddy field, there are water. But in the cane field, there's less water. The mice will have the nest. Okay? So that it is cane fever, red catcher yellow. Oh, sometimes the red is catched by some people, and then that red catcher get the ictros, yellowness of the skin. And then sometimes, this is very, very Asian, you see, sort of in China. I cannot write the what called Chinese letter, but you can see that rich harvest jaundice. When the harvest is very rich, you see, and then the mice also flourish. There are lots of mice and rats in the rice field, and then the disease occurs when the harvest is rich, something like this. And then what we have is what you call, and then Su Dengue Java. In Java, just like dengue, they have the fever, ache and pain, rashes, hemorrhage, stuff like that, you see. And then they are sort of mimic, similar to dengue. Okay? And then a lot of things here, 7 days fever, only 7 days, stuff like that, just like dengue, a lot of things, leptospirosis. And then here, what we have is Weil's disease. This is the first scientist who discovered the severe form of leptospirosis. That's the name. His name is attached to the disease. Okay. Weil's disease is sort of spiroketosis, ectrohemorrhagica. Ectro means jaundice, or yellowness of the skin, and sclera, or the whiteness of the eye, and hemorrhagic is bleeding tendency. Okay. Next. Okay, those are the Weil disease 70, but this is some what you call description here. Okay. You can read it, and then it's sort of, I will have PDF form here so that you can read it, okay? Next. Okay, this is all about the worldwide distribution of the disease. You can see here, you see, the deeper or darker the color, the more the intensity. Okay, the light color is low occurrence, and then the red one is the high occurrence. You see, this is India, this is Myanmar, this is Laos, sort of. Oh, here you can see here, Malaysia is red, just like your chart here. Sort of here. Over 100 cases per 100,000 population. Oh, it's a lot, you see. This belt, you see, the tropical region. In the subtropical region, it's not so much. Okay? Myanmar do not escape. But compared to Malaysia, Myanmar have less diseases. Because the tropic, because of the rainfall, because of the abundance of food, the red, and then other rodents. You know rodent? Rodent and small animal that bite with the incisor, that bite with the front teeth. Okay? The front teeth. They are called rodent. Rodent. Just like squirrels, just as mice, just as rats. You know the rat and mice are not the same, isn't it? Okay, good. Next. And then we call it the problem of the public health problem, and it is very common. And in the temperate country, 1 per 100,000. But in the tropic, where the relative humidity is high, we have 10 times more. Okay, 10 per 100,000. Okay? And then, oh, here, very, you must be careful. Case failure rate is that if there is 100 cases, as much as 30 will die. It is so bad, you see. For every 3%, 3 point something, one die. Very high, you see. But sometimes if you can treat it, if it is treated early, it can be as low as 5%. Okay. For every 20%, one will die. Serious. Okay. Then. Okay. Next, please. Okay. And then this is from UK, and then they count the number of occurrence in UK. And where did they acquire? In 2006, 10 cases in Great Britain, 17, 20, something like that. Oh, here, Borneo, Malaysia. They acquire from here. And then Borneo. And then we have Malaysia. Not in 2009 from UK, or 2010, Malaysia. We are endemic here. Okay? We contain the disease. And then the poor UK man got disease from here. So like that. This is from UK, okay? Therefore, we are living with the disease. And that you must know, we must know the disease, okay? Next. Okay. And then it is spread from the urine, and then the urine sort of like that, you see? The poor fellow sort of what you call eat a lot, drink a lot, and then shit a lot, you see? They pee a lot, okay? And then this one, you see? He enjoyed the coffee cup, okay? The different kind of wild animal, therefore it is called zoonosis, wildlife. As well as also the domestic, the animal that live with us. We domesticate the animal, okay? We domesticate the dogs, and then we don't domesticate the rats, but they like to live with us. And then they are very, very, what you call smart fellows, isn't it? You know the rats, very smart. Smarter than, or the cat, I think. Smarter than tiger or deer cat, something like that. See? They can include, but are not limited to, please Next. Cattle, pigs, horse, those are domesticated, isn't it? Dogs, rodents. Rodents are here rodents. And then there are other rodents as a squirrel, hare, sort of like that, lots. That we call gnaw, that bite with the front teeth. And then the front teeth are continuing growing. Those are rodents. And then wild animal. And then when you go into the wild, you can catch this. They are also important. Okay? Next. And then they are sort of what you call immune. They develop immunity over the years by selection. Okay? They have the disease among them, and then they will not have the symptoms of disease. And then the dogs, the pets among you, our dogs will not show the symptom as well. That's important, okay? So that they are healthy, they looks like healthy, and then when we contact with the urine, and then the saliva and body fluids, sort of like that, you see, we can have the disease from the animal. It is called zoonosis, okay? Next. And then the animal infected may continue to excrete the spirochetes bacteria into the environment continuously, or sometimes every once in a while, discreetly, or sometimes continuously. Sometimes they don't what you call continue to, but a little while they will they will pass it up to several years. Okay, so that it remains in the community. So that it's called endemic. Okay. Next. And then this is sort of some, and then the pigs also are not immune. And then they're very dirty actually, sort of. But here maybe not so dirty because we domesticate them and then we put in the farm. Okay. And then this shady condition, that poor living condition will attract the rats. And then other dogs and pigs, sort of like that, you see. Not here, maybe. In some less developed country, they will, the pig are roaming in the street, okay? And then they will have infection also, okay? But they will not show the disease. They are asymptomatic, we call it, okay? No symptom. Next. Okay, and then who will get infected? Just like I said, come into contact with body fluids of infected animals, and then when the water, swallow, food are contaminated, you see, those are the can you drink, isn't it? If you don't wipe it, or if you don't sort of wash before you drink, okay, he will pee here, he will shit here, and then you will drink, and then you got the disease. Okay. Next. Okay, sometimes other sort of leptospirosis and other disease spread by the rodent can be spread to the people by direct contact when you consume, when you handle the disease, spoiling food, okay, and then pathogen excreted by the, and then transmitted through the fleas, ectoparasite being ectomine outside, the fleas, and then intermediate host and then different rodent meat also. You see? We can spread we can get the disease spreading from the animal. Okay. Next. Okay. And then even if you do not drink, you can get the bacteria through the skin or mucous membrane. When you go swimming, when you walk in the water, when you have the what you call a skin abrased, broken, you can get it. Though you do not drink it, okay? Mostly you can get drinking contaminated water polluted with the bacteria. Or sometimes through the skin, it is when the skin is broken, or through the mucous membrane from the mouth and from those what you call eye mucous membrane. You can get it, okay? Next. And then, when we have the flooded water, flooding, just like in what you call rainy season, okay? Flooding. There will be outbreak of leptospirosis. Because the water, the drinking water are contaminated, okay? The source of water are contaminated. Next. Okay, this is the condition. This is sort of here, and this is other part of the wall. Flooding, okay? And then not only the leptospirosis, other waterborne disease like cholera, typhoid, and so on. You can get it, okay? Next. And then, this is a good point. From man to man, not so readily spread, okay? But possible, possible, okay? Next. Okay, those are the animal handlers, and then, well, how this thing got making what you call increase the chance of getting it. Because of this thing, there will be rats, isn't it? So that we get it, okay? Next. Okay. And then this entered through the skin, broken skin or mucosa, and then it spreads through the blood. It is called bacteremia. Bacteria in the blood is called bacteremia. And from that bacteria, and then it goes into the small vessel, and then you have the bleeding under the skin. Okay? It's called bleeding. And then it will go to the liver, it will go to the kidney, and it will go even to the brain. Brain. Very, very bad one, you see. The brain, the liver, the kidney are attacked by the bacteria. Because it's a little big. Among the bacteria, it is big. So that it clogs the vessel, so that we have had clotting. And then the brain are damaged, okay? And then underneath the skin we have the rash. Those are rash. This is a broken skin, okay? Next. Okay, this is about from the rodent, and this is in Malaysia, and this is English. From the rodent, from the urine, injected, or sort of through the splashing contaminated water urine into the eye, or swallowing, or broken skin, you can get it. And then this is sort of sometimes you see directly or direct contact or through the contaminated water, food, or this rubbish that containing the leptospira bacteria. Okay? You can got it. Okay? This is a good description of the spread of the disease. Okay? Next. Okay, and who are at risk of getting this? Just like I said, sort of these are the periphery, okay? Because the water here is infected or contaminated or polluted with the urine of the rat that contain leptospira. Okay, next. So that it is the hazard of the workers. It is called occupational disease. It's a risk. Hazard means risk. Occupational hazard of the farmers' mine. In the mine, there will be rats. Okay, and then previously we have the lots of mine in Malaysia, isn't it? Old mine, isn't it? Now they are not used nowadays. Okay, so that the disease should be lower down. And then sewer. Sewer means the what you call municipal workers who walks the what you call sewers is what you call the excreta of the human being. Okay, and then those people walking in the ditch, sort of like that, we call sewer. Sewer is a ditch along the the drainage from our excreta, sewer walker, slaughterhouse, veterinarian, animal caretaker, fish walker, dairy, even the military person, okay, because they go and then they go into the wars or battle. And then it is also the recreation hazards. And then in Malaysia, we talk a lot about recreation, okay? Swimming, wading, kayaking, and so on. And then when you have contact with the animal also, you can have it, okay? Therefore, those are the rates. And then, chance of urban children, oh, is high, it's going up. Maybe they have the less immunity. They may have more contact with animal, or there will be more rats maybe. We don't know, but the fact is that the urban child are more bearing the disease, okay?